Hi, everybody. Welcome. My name is Maitreyi, and I'm pretty new to tabletop, so I'm very passionate about it. And I am learning to be a better GM, a better player, and a better person. And I want to share with you some cool stuff that I have learned that I think you might find interesting and you can use in any game, any system. So today we are going to talk about carousing. Carousing is one of those things that players can do during their downtime. Usually it's at the end of downtime so that the outcome of it can lead into your active play, generally speaking. Carousing is the game term for basically exactly what the term means in English, which is the activity of drinking alcohol, not necessarily good, but enjoying oneself with others in a noisy, lively way is the definition of it. And it's basically that. So basically, characters can spend their downtime engaged in a variety of hedonistic activities like drinking, gambling, partying, seducing the local magistrate, or basically anything that's the play hard part of the work hard, play hard motto. If you are looking for downtime activities for your table, you should definitely consider this. First of all, talking about carousing activities is going to be a fun thing at the table and probably get some laughs. Like, mechanically, it's a really great way to get your party to spend money and resources that they've earned, potentially even like regain sanity points during this time if you're playing a system with sanity points. The idea is that you're spending a couple days just kind of taking a load off. Like, narratively, that's kind of what that means. So where the fun really starts for you as a GM is you get to roll on a table and determine the outcome of what the carousing was. Like, did you end up in a drunk tank? Are you waking up with someone you didn't know? Do your friends need to bail you out of jail? Like, did you commit some light treason? Whatever the result was, it's bound to be a good time. And bit of a departure from the main quest and story, just like a fun little detour. Really does have great potential for RP and character building. Character development really through shenanigans. And like, the thing is, you can do this with any system and any games where your players have a chance to have downtime between quests. Really just give them a chance to cause some trouble, because it'll be fun. If you played D&D 5e, there's actually a small section about carousing as part of downtime activities in the Dungeon Master's Guide. There's a table you can roll on. I find it kind of boring, honestly. You can probably, if you search online, you can find a lot of really great carousing tables for various settings, because like the table that exists for like a traditional fantasy setting is not going to be the same one as exists in like the world of the Expanse, as an example. Or, of course, you can make your own and use what you find online as just kind of inspiration to do that. I'm going to be linking to traditional fantasy ones in the description box below that you can use for, like, D&D or Pathfinder or DCC or really any of that kind of stuff. One major consideration, though, you'll see this when you look at the charts that I've linked, and also when you look up online. The chart results are often kind of silly. Like, they can be a little bit out of character if you have more serious PCs. So you might need to modify the results of what you roll just tonally if your group is really not comfortable having that kind of levity in their characters. Like, if you have a player that's pretty adamant that, like, I'm sorry, I really don't see my character getting blackout drunk, Like, I really don't think they would just randomly get a tattoo. That's fine. Like, if that's what the case is and you still want to use carousing, you might want to come up with alternatives for those characters, for more serious and more controlled characters. For this, I actually really do like the options in the Dungeon Master's Guide because they're a little bit more restrained. And but ultimately the point is that you spend your resources, you spend some time, and you get into trouble, and there's some complications. Like, that's sort of the overarching point of carousing. How you get there can either be like, fun and lovely, but either way, like, the whole thing's like a bit of a detour from like the main story. So yeah, carousing. Definitely not the only downtime activity that you can do, but it's often overlooked, and it's one that can make a lot of fun. So you should definitely check it out when you have a chance to do it next.